Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Wanted to show you guys a little project I did in my backyard. This is a DIY brick grill. I had the Weber's and I had a Broil King and a couple of other grills in my life. I just got tired of cleaning them up, watching them all burn up, and the flare-ups I think was what really made me want to get a brick grill. So I YouTubed a couple of videos, and there's a lot of videos out on this, but I decided I wanted to try to record this experience and share it with everyone because I have zero experience with masonry or any type of work like this. I found that most of the guys that have done these videos, most of them know how to set bricks and cement and mortar and all that. So this was the old grill and a platform that I was working with. Obviously, it was concrete pavers that were just set in dirt, nothing special. It did a good job for the most part. Once I got them out, I found a lot of roots. So with those roots, the biggest thing that I was able to do was get a tiller and get the smaller ones out. But for the most part, I had an axe, and that really helped me out a lot. This here is just 3/4 inch modified. I use that for the base. Set up 2x4s so I could form the concrete. Again, zero experience setting concrete or mortar or anything like that. Around here, you can see my zero experience because we ran out of concrete and my son had to run to Lowe's and pick up another couple bags. So again, zero experience, and I just want to share this with everyone so you guys don't make the same mistake. He's back now, and this was the end product of our concrete pad, which is not too bad. It's not perfect. We probably used too much water, but I think that it's gonna hold. Um, had to make 2 trips to Lowe's to get some bricks. We did run out. I used 160 bricks total, and here you can see the pads started to start curing, and I decided to just start setting the bricks up. I measured out what I thought was going to be enough space to store stuff under there, as well as give me decent, I guess, square inches as far as grilling space. I didn't go crazy using a line like all the other videos do. Some of those guys are pros and they have lines, and the only thing I really used, to be honest with you guys, was a level. The level did help me out a lot, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did get to a tier, I guess is what it's called, where I just stopped using the level and I started winging it and eyeballing it. Um, it's not a house, it's a grill, and I would have loved it to come out perfect, but I just didn't have that skill set, and I'm pretty happy with what I got. Again, it's just a backyard grill for me. I know some people take this stuff very seriously. This is my first house, and I'm actually looking for a second home. So I didn't really do this to enjoy it for the next 10 or 20 years. I did this as a practice session on what I was going to do for my next house. So I did learn a lot of lessons. The most important lesson that I learned is for the next house, I'm going to pay someone to do this for me. In the past slide, you guys could see that I used a bucket. I didn't have a board like most guys do. And along the project, I do wish that I did have a board. I think it would have made it easier for me to get the mortar out of the bucket, or I guess scoop up the mortar in itself. As you guys can see here, the bricks aren't the straightest, but I did set them pretty good, so I don't think that this thing's going to crumble apart. It's actually pretty solid when I tap on it with a rubber mallet. But again, it's not the straightest. It's straight enough. And again, this is my first time setting brick and mortar. Um, I did learn a few important things along the way. Probably the most important thing is keep a clean job. Know what you're doing and how to clean it as you go along. All these stains that you guys see, I wasn't aware that you could wipe these down when the mortar was still curing. So I just let them dry, and now they're really hard to take off. In fact, I do uh, I do have it cleaner now, but I had to go out and I had to get muriatic acid, and that shit stinks a lot. It's really hard to breathe with muriatic acid. This is what it looked like after when I got towards the top. This is what it was looking like when I was just wiping it down, probably like half hour after I was done. And if I would have known that I could have done this, it would have made the entire project a lot easier. So I guess that's my fault for not paying attention to what I was doing. Here is the tiering that I set up for the rack. I just want different levels in case I'm burning something or I need to reduce the heat and make something a little higher. Um, Here's when I started to cap off the top with a bed of mortar. As you guys can see, I had some bricks left over. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them yet. It's my 17-year-old son. He was helping me make the ash pan. He went to school and he did welding in school. So we have this machine that we got from Harbor Freight and never really used it, but it came in really handy this time. It was less than 200 bucks. So this is us just testing it out, not really knowing what we're doing. I used the old grate from my old Broil King, and he welded it together, and that's what we have there now. But we don't have like a coal tray, which is what we have now. I went to Lowe's and picked up all this material. He was busy working on his car, so I had to weld this myself, and I don't have too much welding experience, but it came out pretty good for what it's for. It's to hold up the coal so the air can go in the bottom of it, and that other pan is the ash pan. Here we have a coal chimney. I had no idea what this was and how important it was, and I saw a video of a guy starting coal, and within a couple minutes, his coal was orange. I was using a propane torch, and it took me 20 minutes to get mine started. So that thing is gold, and it's less than 20 bucks. Here we have the fully complete setup, which I'm probably going to order the Great Grates, I think it's called, on Amazon to replace that top tier. Anyway, so for the, I guess, the landscaping, we just have some crushed stone. Grass doesn't really grow where I have this grill because we have a tree that shadows it most of the day, and my dog also doesn't help. So crushed stone is really what we're gonna stay with. Um, Here you guys can see I stored some stuff on the bottom, and I have the extra bricks there on the side, but that's all gonna be removed. This is what we ended up with. This is how the grill looks. Um, I did add some shelves which are going to come up in a slide or two, but this is for the most part what I've been using, and I really do love the experience. It's been a much more positive experience than using a metal grill. For a lot of reasons, it's just easier to clean, it's easier to maintain, and when I have to, I'll just replace the grates. But knowing that the brick is going to be there forever really helps out. I just got some plywood and set up some shelving. It's probably not going to last forever. I did use polyshade from Minwax to seal the wood, but if I can get 2 or 3 years out of it and just replace it, I'll be happy with that. I was already spending $100 to $150 a year cleaning up and replacing parts on my gas grill. So if I can spend $100 a year on this, I'll be more than happy. But so far, I'm loving the grill, loving the experience, and I will definitely pay someone to build the next one for me because this shit is not for me. I grew up in New York and I'm a city kid, and this stuff is for the birds, man. Good luck, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Lots of sweat went into this thing. Thank you.